Hey, what's up? It's your boy Big Knox. This is my first tutorial video, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible and try to be as informative as possible. There we go. We're gonna open up Maya, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to mirror an object in Maya so that you can, when you're modeling, what you're doing on one side of the object is mirrored on the other side of the object. So first, let's open up Maya. Okay, we got Maya open, and I am going to close up a bunch of this other stuff. All right, cool. Got Maya open. First thing I always like to do when I open up Maya is I like to create a project window. So let's go ahead and do that. Click new here, and let's go to, I like to save it in downloads. What we'll do is we create a new folder. Let's name this let's name this folder, if I can get myself straight. New folder. Name it. There. Said that. Now, I also, it's probably not necessary, but I also like to set the project, make sure the project is set in there. And then mirror tutorial, new project, we're good to go. It's all set. All right. So, easiest way for me to show you is to start by making a cube. So let's go to create, go to Polygon primitives, go to cube, and it'll ask me to make it on the grid. So I hold shift, and I click the right mouse button, and it gives me a perfect cube. So that's about good right there. And we come over here to this side of Maya, and let's get this right in the center. So hit 0, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter. Cool. We can probably get rid of the grid for right now. So up here at the top of the panel, right here is how you get rid of the grid. So click on that. There's no grids, no in the way. Now I'm gonna hold Alt and the right mouse button to kind of move this around a little bit. So you see all the sides of it. I'm gonna hit the space bar. So I want to be right now, I want to be in front view, which is this lower left hand panel. So I'm put my mouse right here, and then I'm gonna hit the space bar again, and that'll take me to the front view. All right. So I want to take this into faces, and I want to make sure this right here in the top right hand corner, I want to make sure that's on polygons, and then I want to come over to mesh tools and come down to insert edge loop tool. Alright, so that means wherever edge I click this from, it's going to create an edge loop all the way around. So I want to do it right here at about the center of the whole thing. Alright, I'm going to come over here to the left hand side and grab the move tool, and I'm going to hold X. This thing will change to a circle. That means it'll snap to the grid. I want to make sure that it snaps directly to the middle. So there it goes. Now get out of the move tool. I'll come here and I'm going to select everything on the left hand side of cube. Matter of fact, let me make sure that I'm in faces first. Everything on the left hand side of the cube. Come up to the top to edit and I delete. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our scene from where we're at right now. So save scene. See how it automatically goes into our scenes folder for our mirror tutorial. So let's name it mirror tutorial. Mirror. Sorry for the slow typing. I got this mic and everything in my way, so I'm just trying to type around it. Here you go. Oh, and I am a student, so that's why I'm using the student version. So let's see. Now that we got that done, I like to, before I do anything, I like to go to delete by type history. Delete the history so we don't have nothing else affecting this object at the time. And I like to freeze all the transformations. Well, we have to be in object mode to do so. Select it, modify, freeze transformations. This means everything's set, everything's where it's supposed to be. We don't have anything that we've done previously still going to affect what we do from this point forward. So now that we got this selected, let's go to edit, come down to duplicate special. Don't click on this part of it, click on the little box to the right of it. That'll bring us into this menu. Now I've already set mine up, but let me explain to you. When you first open this, it's going to say 1 1 1 right here under scale. You want this first one to say -1, because that is on the, I believe, on the x-axis. So what you're saying is you want, when you duplicate this, you want this to appear on this side of the object. So if this is 1 on this side, -1 will be on this side. You know, -2 would be over here. +2 would be over here, so on and so forth. Then you wanted to say instance, because this is an instance of this, which means it's going to follow everything that you do to this. So whatever you do to this side, it's going to automatically copy it over here, what you're doing, and follow along. So once we got that set up, which I do, I want to hit apply. There it is. And we'll close this. Alright. So first of all, let's select this again. Now let's hit the move tool and let's move this, right? You see nothing happens over here. You know, the reason it's not doing anything over here, because when you're in object mode, they're two separate things. But if we go back, let's change this into say faces. Let's get out of this mode, hit the space bar, go up here to perspective. Now see, when I go to all the faces, how on both sides it's selecting. So if I click this and move this, it's doing it on both sides. You know, I click this, it's doing it on both sides. If I take this rotate tool and rotate it, both sides are being affected. Click on this, go back to object mode, rotate it, see it becomes a separate thing again. You have to be in either face, vertex, or edge mode for it to affect both sides. Alright. Now one more thing I wanted to show you is in the middle of these, no faces in the middle of these, because we cut that part away, so there's no faces there. So let's go back into edit mode real quick. Let's go back into face mode. Oh, excuse me, didn't mean to do that. So we got these two faces right here, and we come up here to mesh tool, and we hit extrude tool. So now we extrude this way. We extrude it out. All right. To get out of extrude, you got to pick a tool over here on the right to get out of extrude. So pick a tool. Now we're out of it. Now, if we go into the move tool, and we're still in edit mode, and we separate these two, you can see that on the part we extruded, there are faces here, because when you extruded them from all four edges of that face, it extrudes from. So it created a face here. Now back here, in between these two back here, there's still no face down in there between those two, but here there is a face. So just realize when you're extruding, in this instance, there's always going to be a face in between. So say, for instance, I didn't want that face. I know that face is there, but I didn't want that face in there. I would hit 4. All right. So hit 4 brings us into this kind of wireframe right here. Now I know that face is there, so I'll click on that face. Go to edit, delete. That face is gone. I can go back into 5, which gives us this shaded view, and you see now that face is not going to be there. Let me spread that out. That face is not there. All right. So that is how you do the mirror tool, or that's how you mirror things in Maya using duplicate special. And I hope this was informative. Once again, this is my first tutorial, so if there's anything I missed, please mention it in the comments. Let's help each other. Let's teach each other so that we all get better at doing these things. And I appreciate you listening. Name's Big Knox, and I'll get up.